The Federal Reserve decides to raise key interest rates by 0.75 percentage points. Bitcoin and Ethereum are both on the rise after this news broke. The overall crypto market is on the rise as well shortly after this news came out. Because of this, there is somewhat a positive sentiment taking hold in the crypto sphere. But the number one question is, can the crypto market maintain its momentum and raise Bitcoin and Ethereum and even altcoins to the moon? Let's talk about it. Coming up next. And welcome to another episode of the Crypto Stream. As mentioned before, late breaking news, the Federal Reserve has hiked the U.S. interest rate by 0.75 percentage points. This article is coming at you from CoinDesk, and we're just going to take a little summary dive into this article just to bring you up to speed. And it reads, the latest monetary policy decision from Federal Open Market Committee brings the federal funds rate to a range of 0.2 to 2.25 to 2.5. Sorry about that. Tongue twisted there. Bitcoin's price was little change after their announcement. And as you can see, this article broke around 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. For the second consecutive month, the Federal Reserve raised U.S. interest rates by 0.75 percentage point in an effort to curb inflation, which is running at a 4-decade high. That is 40 years, guys. 40 years, this is the highest Federal Reserve interest rate. The aggressive move, which follows a similar hike in June, could keep pressure on markets, including cryptos like Bitcoin and also Ethereum. Let's not forget about that, but Bitcoin is the granddaddy of them all. This is the fourth time the U.S. Central Bank has raised interest rates this year, bringing the federal funds rate, the rate at which commercial banks borrow and lend their excess reserves to each other overnight, to a range between 2.25 and 2.5, as we mentioned. All right, so what I like to do is dive into CoinGecko on a daily basis, because this gives us an idea of the overall crypto market and where we stand in terms of that crypto market. So as you can see, the global crypto market cap is currently standing at 1.08 trillion. So about $1 trillion. That is up 7.6% over this time yesterday. Bitcoin is up over 7.1% since this time yesterday. Ethereum is up 14.6% as of the time of this recording over this time yesterday. I also like to take a deeper dive into Bitcoin and Ethereum. We usually use TradingView. TradingView is a great tool for any of you out there that want to learn about technical analysis. I usually like to set it to the 4-hour interval because that gives us a great picture of where we stand. So as it stands now, we kicked off today. If we zoom in, this is Bitcoin, by the way, just to make sure we're on the same page. But here, if we look at it, we started the day hovering around, let's see, around about 20,000 and some change, upward to about 21,000. As that's a pretty general broad range there. But right now, we saw a huge candle, green candle. That means a lot of buying pressure that took us all the way up to around about 23,000 today, right after that news from the Feds came out. And you may ask yourself, well, why such a large green buy signal, green candle, after news of interest rates being raised? Well, I can answer that for you. So first of all, a lot of people were thinking that the rate may actually be increased by 1 full percentage, which would be 100 basis points. But instead, it was only raised by 0.75%. So this plays along with the narrative of the Federal Reserve saying that they would like to invoke a soft landing, what's called a soft landing in the economy, to help curb the inflation that's running at a record pace. By curbing inflation, meaning that causing the prices of things to decelerate versus acceleration. And as you can see, as we speak now, there's a bit of selling pressure, bringing us back down to a price of around 22,712-ish. So about 23,000 is the range we're hovering around, which is still 6.9 9. As you can see, it keeps changing here, but about 6.5 or more percentage up from this time yesterday. So if we flip over to Ethereum, doing the same thing that we just did for Bitcoin, as you can see, we're on the 4-hour chart here. We started the day off around, let's see where we were. We were around about 1300-ish, mid 1300s. And we rose all the way up to around 1600 after the news from the Fed was released. So that was a good pop there, about a $300 or so increase in value of the Ethereum token or coin there. As you can see, there's a little bit of selling pressure, but that is a small candle. But again, this is on a 4-hour window, so you can see that it's very tiny. If we switch back over to Bitcoin and then we go, I like to do this just to play around. Let's look on the 30-minute chart. And you'll see a lot more activity. As you can see here, looking at the MACD, there was some strong buying pressure here, as you can see. But then we kind of softened up with the buying pressure, which corresponds to the selling pressure there. If we do the same thing for Ethereum, let's change this to the 1 hour, not 1 hour, 30-minute time frame here. You can kind of see the same thing is happening there. You can see that once the news broke, there was some positive sentiment, and then obviously some people taking profit there, which is decreasing the price of the token or the coin. As I like to mention, as you can see, the buying pressure was going up there, indicated by the darker green in the MACD. And then also it's lessening up the buying pressure, and it's turning more into a bearish or selling pressure, if you will, by the lighter green. But as you can see, we're forming another green signal here on the latest 30-minute chart. But I just wanted to break in to let you guys know the news that just hit today about the Federal Reserve. We were anticipating this news. So we're just going to see how this crypto market plays out the rest of the week. Hopefully things turn around. I know the last couple of weeks, last couple of days, especially last couple of months, the crypto market has been really taking a nosedive. It's really been taking a nosedive. Let's refresh this page just to take a look at the updated stats. Yeah, so we went up. As you can see, we were at 1.08 trillion cryptocurrency global market cap. And what that means is all of your cryptocurrency, so all your main ones like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, USD Coin, Binance, BNB, XRP, Cardano, Solana, Dogecoin, Polkadot, DAI, Polygon, just to name a few, and our beloved Shiba Inu. As you can see, all of these tokens or coins make up the price that equals or equates to 1.09 trillion. And so if we take all of that into account, we're up at around 8.9% increase over this time yesterday. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Crypto Stream. We'll be back at you when new news comes out or breaks. Thank you so much. We're out.